Dillon Gabriel just got some bad news. Shedeur Sanders' pathway just open. This is the article right here. Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders may have a chance to start in 2025. Y'all favorite reporter, Mary Kay Cabot, reported that the Browns may be quick to pull the 40-year-old Flacco if he struggles to start the season. The Browns will start Flacco for as long as he's operating the offense effectively and winning games. But if he turns the ball over or taking sacks, the Browns will hand the reins to Gabriel without hesitation. They love what they saw of Gabriel in the camp and preseason games and won't hesitate to start him even if it's early in the season. Why, at first, this sounds like great news for the 94th overall pick out of Oregon. Continue to say that Sanders will also have a shot to prove himself as Cleveland's future starter down the line. As for Sanders, he'll also get some live action this season, probably not until later in the season when he's more seasoned. Flacco will have to make sure he's at the top of his game if he wants to retain his spot as the starter in Cleveland. But if his turnover problems or lack of mobility start to cost the Brown games, it's clear they won't hesitate to turn to their youngsters for a spark. Hey, don't believe the smoke and mirrors. We already knew this. It's Joe Flacco, Dillon Gabriel, then Shedeur. Ain't nothing changed since day one. They had Joe Flacco as the starter since day one, even with Kenny Pickett there. And they traded him, like I told y'all they was going to do. But Dillon Gabriel is the second man in line, the QB2 right now, and he will get the shot before Shedeur. Just like she said, is no surprise that Shedeur will go last and have probably the minimum amount of games to play. But like I had been telling y'all, they're going to be forced to play Shedeur. The Browns going to be forced to play Shedeur, so all that going to get thrown out the window. It's not bad news. The pathway been open, and it's going to stay open, and it's going to come sooner than later. Don't believe on those smoke and mirrors trying to get you to watch the Browns thinking that Shedeur might get a chance to get in if Joe Flacco starts to mess up. They're going to keep Joe Flacco in there as long as possible until they feel like Dillon Gabriel, not Shedeur, until they feel like Dillon Gabriel can take over the reins and become their franchise quarterback.
Every time these top quarterbacks are going to be playing around the country, the Browns will be there in some form or fashion. They will be represented at all of these games. It's vitally important that they come out of the 2026 draft with their quarterback of the future, unless, of course, Dillon Gabriel establishes that he is their surefire 100% can't-miss guy this year. And it might be tough to do that unless he has a lot of playing time and a lot of games and a lot of data. So they're going to be crisp.
Listen what she just said. Not Shedeur. Dillon Gabriel becomes a franchise quarterback. I told you. They not looking at Shedeur at all until they be forced to play Shedeur.
Crossing the country, looking at all of these quarterbacks and trying to determine the best course of action in 2026.
What kind of pressure does that put on your number 2 and 3 quarterback, knowing that the front office is out looking for a quarterback every week? How do these guys handle that position, and how should they think of it for the long term, if you can even do that in the NFL?
Well, competition always brings out the best in everyone. And no matter where you're at in the NFL, there's always going to be someone pressing you. And so these guys should just get used to that, because that's the name of the game in the NFL.
Now, I don't know what in the reason why they still looking for a quarterback when they have not developed a quarterback yet. The Browns need to stop thinking everything that glitters is gold. Just because you got 2 first-round picks does not mean you have to draft a quarterback in the 2026 draft. I know it's still early. We don't know what these quarterbacks actually can do, but I'm telling you right now, looking at the stats from last year, ain't not a damn one better than Shedeur. I'm telling you, but I understand it's a business and competition in every position, but there's only one position for as the quarterback, and you have not gotten it right for over 30 plus years, and you have the chance and you have the guy on your team that can lead you all the way to the Super Bowl, but you consistently keep saying he's not ready, trying to sabotage and trying to hold him back. And this is this type of stuff that gets you this is the type of stuff that keeps your loser mentality, because you keep looking far ahead instead of what you got right there in front of you. And then usually when that happens, bad stuff comes after that.
There's always someone that's right behind you, ready to take your job. And it's just the tension of the NFL.
I'm okay with
seriously. What else went really well this offseason? I mean, I'm optimistic about the draft picks too, but until we see them, to me, it's
rather
Myles
than saying
Garrett.
what didn't go well. What went? Okay, so tell me what went sideways.
The quarterback situation.
I don't know if, again, let me see what it looks like on the field. I'll give you your answer on that. How do we know the quarterback situation went sideways?
Because the 40-year-old
Pickett got hurt.
Because Pickett got hurt, and neither Gabriel nor Sanders showed enough in the preseason. Hold on, don't cut me off.
I'm cutting you off. How can you show enough if you only getting one preseason start? How can you show enough when you not getting the first team reps in practice? How can you show enough when you not being able to run with the best, the first or the second team, so you can show your best? How are you not showing enough if you not getting the opportunity? You can't get you cannot. How you not showing enough if they not giving you the opportunity? That's what I'm saying. They done gave Dillon Gabriel the most opportunity to show what he can do. Shedeur got one start in the preseason because they didn't want to play Flacco. And the only reason why they didn't play Flacco is because they already had him at the starter. The depth chart during training camp didn't change not one time. It was Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett second, Dillon Gabriel third, Shedeur fourth. Then you went and signed Tyler Huntley because you didn't want to play Joe Flacco in the first game. So you had to get another quarterback so Shedeur wouldn't play the whole first preseason game. Tell me how is that not showing enough if you didn't get the opportunity?
To beat out a 40-year-old guy whose best days are behind him. My hope was...
Who was also a guy that brought this franchise the most cohesion and best experience that most people have ever experienced post-99.
Went 4-1 in the regular season, just like Deshaun Watson.
Okay, well, for some reason then, Jeff, people didn't want to hold them to the same standard.
In the same year.
But they want to talk about Flacco and what he was able to do, and they were excited about that.
My only thought about the other quarterbacks, Andy, and I
thought Sanders looked really good in his first start, and I thought Gabriel looked good in his start. So.
Said it from the day that Flacco came in. Boy, I sure hope somebody can beat him out, if only for the reason that he's 40 years old. That would mean somebody did something well, because we know Joe's competent. Joe's competent. Is he great? No, he's not great.
Joe could go out there right now and start 17 games for it if they can get all the way through it. I'm not saying he's going to win all 17 games, but I think Joe could go out and start every game for you this year.
Well, he could, but I think that would be...
So therefore, his age doesn't matter.
I would tell you, well, it does matter.
It doesn't.
It doesn't matter if you're starting. It matters how you're playing.
Agree.
This Brown quarterback situation is still ridiculous. If you would have gave a real quarterback competition and actually gave each quarterback an equal opportunity, then we wouldn't have too much to say about. But the constant battle pitting between Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders have been created by the media. Dillon Gabriel will get the first crack at being the starter of the Browns whenever they decide, Joe Flacco, we done seen enough. You played bad. You too old. Just go ahead, sit down. Thank you for your service. Until Dillon Gabriel gets out there and S's the bed. Shedeur Sanders is waiting in the fold, still cooking. But like I told y'all, and I've been telling y'all, I've been 100% on everything I've been talking about on my channel. So y'all need to like, subscribe, and share. The Browns will be forced to play Shedeur. Whether Joe Flacco gets injured, plays bad, and same thing with Dillon Gabriel. But I'm expecting, not wishing no injury on nobody, but those two won't last maybe 2 to 3 games in the season, and here comes 12, leading the Browns to the playoffs. And I told y'all one time before, it was told to me, Super Bowl. But I'm not saying they're going to go to the Super Bowl and win this year, but I'm not saying they not. Just stay tuned. And y'all already know what time it is. My savage, stop playing with me. My savage, Moneymane and the thing of a T and playing no games. Should I already know my name when I speak this CC flame. Got my YouTube popping, man. Like, subscribe, and everything in between. You already know Moneymane. You already know.